Now, in the daily journal, the life journal that God keeps concerning you and I, God is making notation of what we are now, but also what he desires to do with our life. In God's life journal, in that in that book that the psalmist refers to in Psalm 139, God is writing in advance what he wants to do concerning our life. Knowing our present condition, God says, yeah, I know what you look like right now, but this is what I want to do with your life. I know what your condition is right now, but this is what I want to do to reshape the life that's in you. Every single day, God is continually shaping our life to make us like him. I don't care how much like him you don't look. I don't care how much, how distorted the image of God is in you right now. God says, but every day, I'm going to keep working on you. God's not going to give up on you. God's not going to stop working on shaping your life. So now we come to the conclusion of Revelation 20, verse 12, that starts off with saying the books are open. I told you that means at least more than one. So we've looked at another book, which is the book of life. We've also looked at the book that is represented in Psalm 139 that talks about our members being written in that book. And in continuance, God is shaping, reforming our members, our entire life experience. The other book, the book that it says he will judge all men from. God is going to, in the end, judge all of us by the deeds and works that are written in the other book, the third book that's referred to in Revelations 20, verse 12. Now, here's what's important for you to understand. Some of us think that God's focus, God's primary focus, is on judging us for our mistakes, our misdeeds. Truly, that last book is going to be a book that shows the list of all of our deeds and our works. God's going to evaluate us when it's all said and done. You and I are not going to stand before human judges. We're going to stand before the God of creation. But here's something that I think is missing in most of our interpretation concerning what God is looking for. In judging you and I, God's not looking to condemn us for all of our misdeeds. But what God is looking for is to establish, to determine how much of what God planned for our life, how much of what God intended to shape concerning our life, do we really look like him? Have we really allowed his plan? Have we really allowed his plan to shape our life? God's not just looking for our misdeeds, but God's looking to see, do we look like him? Did we fulfill or walk in the plan that he had for our life? Did we miss walking in what God intended to do for our life? God wants you to have life. He begins with writing our name down eternally, permanently. His desire is for us to live with him forever. The only way for us not to live with God forever is for our name to be blotted out of that book. Interesting. Our name's not going to be written in so we can live with him eternally. Our name is already written in. What happens if we fail to give our life to him, to allow God to reshape our entire life? When we deny or we reject God, then our name is blotted out. God literally has to scrape our name out of the book of life. If you're watching today, and maybe you haven't made a decision to give your life to Jesus Christ, I want you to make that decision. Call the number you see on the bottom of your screen. And I want you to secure your name. That's already been written. You don't have to earn your name. It's already there. I want you to call us today. This is Pastor Dale Phillips encouraging you to stay on the path that leads to real life.